Today was harvest day for the shallots and garlic, and I thought I'd share with you my setup, which is a little bit better, I think, than my setup last year, which was really ramshackle in our house. Where I am right now is in the carriage house that we call it. We call it the carriage house. What it really is the oldest barn on our property, and it's sort of in the very early stages of being converted into a guest house. But for now, it makes a really nice area to dry things because it's very warm. So when you pull shallots and garlic, you want to cure them in a warm environment that's like, in the 80-degree temperature and with good ventilation, so it all dries down and starts to look like what you see in the grocery store. And that drying down process helps the flavors, come together, and it also helps the reduction in moisture helps keep them good to store for a long period of time. So my hope is all of these should store well through the winter. So let me show you a little bit in depth of what we have. This is my second year growing garlic, my first year growing shallots. And these, so you can see all the, here, let me expand it a little, it'd be easier to see. So this is the garlic here. I grew about half of my garlic came from Keen garlic, which is a seed garlic seller, which is different than like culinary garlic. They're pretty similar, but when you order garlic, you get like a clove and you plant it, and then you get a full head of garlic from that. Anyway, about half of my garlic is from them, and then about half of my garlic is actually from me. So I saved this garlic. You plant it in the fall. Last year, I planted it in the fall last year, and I was able to harvest it, which is pretty exciting. So I actually numbered them. I'm trying to be a bit more good about this kind of thing. So these are my Amish Rocambole that I grew. That's a type of garlic. Here's my German extra hardy, another type of garlic, probably my favorite. And actually, I'm really impressed that of all the garlic that I got, the biggest, healthiest looking heads were my German extra hardy, which is kind of cool. Makes me feel like a real farmer or homesteader. And then we have German extra hardy from Keen, Northern White from Keen, which looked pretty good. Music from Keen, which actually I don't think the music turned out very well. It's all very small. There's some like weird, like bizarro heads like that. And then Amish Rocambole from Keen. So that's what I have drying there. And then I also have shallots. So I did two different types. I believe in the shallot world, true purists think there's only one type, and it's the French. But there's also a Dutch red shallot, which is these guys. And these will look familiar to you if you like cooking with shallots, because pretty much what you find in the grocery store is Dutch red. So those turned out pretty well. And then down here are all of my French. So you can see French's. This is how the seed garlic or seed shallots arrived too. So I think that it turned out the way it's supposed to. Shallots are just like garlic, where you would take this and plant it, and then it would produce a head of like 8 of these. So you just sort of take one, and then it multiplies. But anyway, you cook with them just like you do with regular shallots or the Dutch red that you see from the store. So yeah, that's what I got going on up here. These will stay up here with a fan on them. You can see I've got a box fan here at the end. Which I got nicely enough from an estate sale for like $5, which is really nice. Anyway, I'll run this fan on them for a week or two for the shallots, maybe up to 3 weeks for the garlic, until they start getting really crispy and brown and dry, like you see a little bit here. The whole thing will turn real crispy. These will get really crispy. And then I'll snip the tops off, I'll snip the neck off, and I'll store them in our basement. And they should last for a good long time. And hopefully this fall, I'll be able to plant all of my next year's garlic from garlic I grew this year, which will be pretty full circle, which is what I'm all about. Anyway, that's what we got going on at the farm tonight. Thanks for watching.